So we're going to revisit the item that we started this show with, the Le Creuset two-piece Toughened Nonstick Pro Fry Pan set with the pan protectors. They're priced at a clearance price of $149.99, 4 payments of $37.50 on your credit card. So you're getting both a 9.5-inch nonstick fry pan, a 12-inch nonstick fry pan, and 3 of the pan protectors. So when you're storing your pan, again, when they're not being used, store them with the pan protectors so that they don't get scratched from the stacking of the pans. So literally, Le Creuset thought of everything when it came to this set. We're offering them again with the final clearance price, so when they sell out, there is no reorder. Greg, these are probably 2 of the most utilized pans sizes in your kitchen,
Absolutely.
your fry pans?
They're both. They're both the great size on both of them, but they are definitely the most utilized pans in my kitchen and probably most people's. This is the breakfast, lunch, and dinner pan that you're going to be using day in and day out to cook your grilled cheese, cook your steaks, your stir fries, your breakfast eggs, your pancakes, you name it. This is what's going to be used. But the difference with this one, Jane, is the fact that it's hard anodized steel. It's got weight to it. It's got a heavy base that's going to conduct and distribute all of the heat nice and evenly, so there's no hot spots. You don't have to worry about sticking. Our raised texture inside really prevents any sticking, and it really increases the nonstick capabilities of this pan as well. And the one thing that I love that I talked in length about earlier was the handle. Cooking in a kitchen almost my whole life, you know, you're always using a towel on the handle because you want to make sure you don't burn your hands. This has a riveted handle that doesn't conduct any heat up the handle at all. So you can keep this on the stovetop for an hour if you want, and the handle will remain the same temperature. It will be nice and cool for you to touch. You won't need a towel or an oven mitt whatsoever.
And that riveting detail also means that it's going to stay on that pan for the life of the pan. When you say it's substantial, I want you to understand that there is some weight behind this nonstick. A lot of times, you know, a nonstick pan feels tinny and not very
Yes, it's flimsy.
It's substantial, but it's not as heavy as cast iron. I have some cast iron pans that I have to like anchor myself to pick up. And I love them,
animals, you know?
But they're really, really substantial. And even some of the enamel pans from Le Creuset are that like heavy and substantial. This one is a little bit lighter than that, but still has some nice guts to it.
Yeah, exactly. But the performance is there. As a professional chef, I've probably used every pan out there. I've used these for years, and I'll tell you, and I said this before, these pans will last you year after year after year. You're not replacing them in 3 months or 5 months. The ones that work for a little bit and stop working, this will continue to give back. Now, one hint, medium heat is generally enough on these. And we always caution this on our cast iron products. Most people kind of try to go and crank this up to high heat. Not necessary at all. You just need an extra minute or 2 to get this to come up to temperature. But usually if medium heat, it'll distribute the heat nice and even for you. And then you can add, if you're going to add any fat to it, fat is not necessary to add, oil or butter. I like to add a little bit of butter most often just because I like the flavor of it.
Me too.
Or you can add a little olive oil to start it going. But really, no necessary fat if you don't want it. Okay, so if you're doing a stir fry or doing some fish, but a lot of the items the proteins will actually give off some of their own fat, so you won't even really need any.
One of my all-time like go-to like weekday meals is my chicken thighs and gravy. So I buy boneless chicken thighs. I do them in the pan real quick, take them out, sit them on the side, caramelize some onions, put some spinach and mushrooms in there. I typically use Lono Life, use the kettle to heat the water up, use the Lono Life packet, mix it up really good, put it in the pan to deglaze, and then throw the chicken back in, put the whole pan in the oven and let it finish cooking off. And I tell you what, that is over rice that you just made in your saute pan. Over rice, it is, you know, one pan, and it's delicious, Greg. It's got a lot of flavor. You know, so this would be the perfect.
We have one pan dishes, whether it's our Dutch oven, our saute pans. It doesn't really matter. I mean, one dishes are they rule because there's only one thing left to clean, and
Right.
it's something that we encourage for people to do for sure.
That's right. And of course, with nonstick like this, it cleans up so quickly and so easily. So if you don't find that these are the pans that you use every day, you can send them to me and Greg. We'll take them. Also, take care of your pans. When you're stacking them, use these included pan protectors so that the bottom of your pans don't scratch the surface of your nonstick. And that, I think, is a nice little bonus in this configuration. You get them both for $149.99 with 4 easy pays of $37.50. That easy pay offer goes away at the end of the day. Final quantities in this set. So, Greg, thank you for hanging out with me.
Well, thanks, Jane. Thanks for being here.
And next time, I hope that I'm over there so I can eat as I'm presenting with you.
Well, I'm looking around going, wow, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, first of all, with the cleanup.
You got a lot of cleanup, but your neighbors will help you
too.
do it after you're done.
I know,
So enjoy the rest of your
day.
day.
It's a labor of love, though, for sure.
You got it. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that's my time for you today, but I'll be back tomorrow on QVC main channel at 9 a.m. for Rastelli's and Valerie Parhill. See you then.